Hello everybody, the X-Bio Films here, and today I'm going to review something that kind of goes along with one of the problems I had with yesterday's comic book. And today I'm going to be reviewing Spider-Man Noir. I have all 4 of the issues on my Kindle Fire, so I cannot show you the covers because, well, the Kindle produces light and the camera would just go completely berserk, and it doesn't work at all. So, the first issue starts with the policeman running into the Daily Bugle, and they find Spider-Man standing over J. Jonah Jameson's dead body, which is kind of shocking, because he normally doesn't kill people. And of course, the first 2 issues are more of the origin story, and the second 2 issues we really get into it. And in this universe, Norman Osborn, the Goblin, is a mob boss that was behind the death of Uncle Ben. So, of course, since it wasn't this Peter's fault, he handles things a bit differently, and he's out for revenge. And he wants to kill the Goblin. And Vulture is the guy who actually literally ate Uncle Ben. So, in issue 4, Peter kills the Vulture. But this story is a step above. Well, one, it's a good comic book, so it's already above yesterday's. And this story is about Peter learning not to kill people. And one of the things that played into that is Aunt May saying that she doesn't want to live in the world where people kill each other like animals. And Peter learns from this, and he actually doesn't kill the Goblin, even though the Goblin ends up getting killed by Kraven on 5 seconds later. What you gonna do? Ben Urich is also in this. He's a Bugle reporter who actually told Peter about all the mob stuff and gave him the files of all the evidence. And he ends up dying. And there's an element of mystery in this. Well, not much of it, because Ben Urich was killed by J. Jonah Jameson, and it shows that. But later, it turns out that Peter did not kill J. Jonah Jameson when he walks into Jonah's office and finds that he's dead. And Jonah's talking about something about a master of disguise. And that's when the police come in and they start shooting at Spider-Man, so of course he leaves. But what's interesting is that he starts looking in the Goblin's files, and he finds the Chameleon. And it turns out Chameleon was the guy who died, not Jonah Jameson. So Jonah's missing, and we don't know who killed the Chameleon. I'm not going to spoil who killed the Chameleon, but considering the fact that the Goblin's involved with this, and Kravinoff and people, I bet you could figure out who did. And also, there's a couple subplots with Peter losing trust for Ben after he finds out Ben is on heroin, stuff like that. The art in this comic book is good, etc., etc. It kind of looks realistic at times, but at other times it's hard to explain the art. It's really sketchy. It works for this darker Spider-Man. And the thing which I find kind of interesting is that since they apparently didn't have radioactive spiders back in the day, they used a magic spider. Magic spider. So when he gets bit by the spider, he starts hallucinating that a giant spider is talking to him, that he's given the curse of power. Dun dun dun. Also, this Spider-Man can't web swing. When he spins the web, they kind of splatter everywhere, to quote Shattered Dimensions. And which is kind of interesting, because in Shattered Dimensions, there was my first introduction to that version of Spidey, but that's not the point. All in all, I really suggest this comic book because they do learn some stuff about the 1940s. Like, I didn't expect to learn what a speakeasy was from a comic book. And Well, the mobster stuff is interesting. Well, it's as interesting as it is in Batman. And I let the Peter killing people slide because, well, Peter isn't technically... The story is about Peter learning not to kill, which was interesting. Basically, I thoroughly enjoyed this comic book. I would suggest picking it up. If you're looking for a book where Spider-Man kills people, it's much better than the one I suggested yesterday. So, I'll admit it that this is a blend between Batman and Spider-Man. So you can see elements of both. Mainly just due to the fact that he's dealing with mob stuff and Batman deals with a lot of mob stuff. I'm going to give Spider-Man Noir an 8 out of 10. And have a nice day. This is the X-Spider Films, signing off.